COTA works with people aged 50 years and above that are residents of the ACT. We are part of a broader federation of COTAs. There is a COTA in each state and territory of Australia, and also a national COTA that has actually just within the last few weeks relocated to Canberra from Adelaide. We had a fairly good idea in around September, October last year that this was going to be a big issue that was going to affect the older people in the ACT differently than some of the younger people. And from there on, we became very closely involved with the case workers, in particular the task force. We had a meeting back in March this year with Andrew Kefford and some of the senior policy people actually at the task force. Many of the seniors that are caught up in this crisis have lived in their existing homes, in some instances with some of the people I've assisted for 50 years. They also live in the older, more established suburbs, and some of them now, because of the way the buyback has been, the policies around the buyback and the way the buyback's been implemented, and due to their individual financial circumstances, is meaning that a lot of them are having to relocate to newer suburbs. It means an awful lot of challenges and adjustments for people at a point in their life when they probably never thought a couple of years ago that they would have to be making these adjustments, and that's very hard for them. It means that people that have existing community support within an area that they've lived in for 40, 50 years, they go to a new area and they haven't got it anymore. Particularly older residents that come from culturally and linguistically diverse backgrounds, where in many ways they built up their communities very locally around in these suburbs and are now finding themselves having to move away from their support networks. It's very hard for them making that adjustment, and that's what we're trying to help them to do. I think good community is where people care about each other and take the time to empathise with each other's situations. I think that the way Canberra has responded to the Mr Fluffy crisis has for the most part been very good. It has been very positive. I think that the ACT government and the task force, the liaison staff and the case managers in particular deserve credit for, I think they've done an incredible job dealing with people that are in very, very highly stressful situations, and I think that the professionalism of the staff have been amazing. I know people that have been caught up in this crisis on occasions haven't liked the government policy always behind what has occurred, and I think one thing I've always tried to do is when I talk to people is to say to them, look, try to differentiate between a policy that you may not think is fair with the face of that public policy, the public servants that are trying to deliver it, because at the end of the day they are trying to do the best they can in what is a very difficult situation for everybody.